it's a defense emotion, you know, like it can be a little bit of an ego emotion, because when you're angry, it can also become a little sadistic in here, and then you start justifying why people deserve your wrath. You know, you start justifying why they're wrong and what they did to you and da 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 da. Like, it can be really hard, and it can be a little sadistic. It can become sadistic. So you have to watch out for anger, because it becomes wrath, and wrath is a sin. Wrath is a sin, actually. 7 deadly. But really, a lot of times, anger can be fear. Anger can be sadness. You know, anger, a lot of times it's really sadness. It's pain. A lot of the time, it's pain. It's not knowing how to process pain. You know, like, yeah, I think anger a lot of the time is not knowing how to process pain. Because I think people sometimes want things, okay, yeah, I agree with that, wanting things instantly, instant gratification. Doubt, you know, but definitely pain might be not knowing how to process pain, because I did buy a candle. Because, what do you do when you're angry? You want to destroy things. You just want to destroy everything. And some things really do need to come down. Some things do need to come down. But one thing my mom says to me is like, yo, don't be oppressed and become the oppressor. You know? I'm glad you resonated with it. I'm definitely glad you resonated. And that's where you have to know how to, like, mitigate anger. And, you know, you have to learn how to mitigate anger. You have to know how to calm yourself down. You have to know how to center yourself, because anger can also lead you, you know, wrath. You'll burn. You know, that's the thing. It's like, that's what I was saying on my story. Like, you'll destroy everything in the blink of an eye. Quick. You know? Quick. I agree with destruction, though, but sometimes I don't know if it always has to be that. And that's what I'm learning. Because I thought anger was just. I still think my anger is just sometimes. But I also have to realize that sometimes I'm really just hurting people. You know, like, yeah, I'm angry, but in the same sense, I think knowing how to express anger, like, knowing how to express it, I don't know if it's always about repressing it. I don't know if it's always about that, but I think it's knowing about how to properly express it, express your disappointment. I am listening to myself. I really am. Excuse me. Sorry. But learning how to process, you know, because hurt people do hurt people. And we just have to also acknowledge, like, all of Black America needs, no, not even Black America, all of, like, everyone needs therapy. Like, the whole, oh my God, and it's a problem. That's unfortunate to me that the whole world needs therapy. But, like, the whole world needs therapy, you know what I mean? Like, first of all, yeah, so we're gonna go to therapy. Like, I'm gonna go to therapy, but to think my parents need therapy, because they went through way worse than me 9 times out of 10. You know what I mean? Like, they definitely had it harder than me. And on top of that, like, you know, we do have some progress. We do have a lot of progress. We do have a lot of progress as a world, because imagine if this was the 60s, man. Imagine if this was the 60s. Like, come on. I love you too, Daniel. Imagine, like, you know, and understand that those are our parents grew up in that 9 times out of 10, or they grew up born right after, you know, like, and that's a whole other thing. Financial insecurity is a whole thing. Like, you guys want to know a theory of mine? Let me tell you, I have a theory. I came up with this theory about 3 years ago. It's a theory on chakras and how it relates to a lot of, like, let's talk about Black people right now. Let's talk about Black people. So, you know how there's a stereotype of how, you know, white kids can curse at their parents, and, like, they drive boring cars, and they can wear regular clothes, and da-da-da-da-da. And meanwhile, like, Black kids, they get beat, and they have to always be wearing Gucci, and da-da-da-da-da. All right. So here's the thing. Because of how Black people were oppressed in America, we are literally being limited to our lower chakras. It's it, because your lower chakras deal everything with your physical self, right? So your root chakra, what is that? That's security, that's home, that's the family foundation. That's literally, that develops in your first like 0 to 3, about 0 to 5. Then you have your sacral chakra. What is that? That's pleasure, that's connection with other people, that's all those things. And then you have what? You have your solar plexus. What is that? That's self-esteem, self-worth, self-confidence. And then you have your heart. And essentially, Black people haven't been able to get out of survival mode. We can't get out of survival mode because every time, like, you can't get out of survival mode because you always got a target on your back. And so a lot of our culture has been overcompensating for the fact that we're like, we got a target on our back. You know, like, we have a target on our back. We're being raped left and right and left and right, left and right. We're trying to prove that we're not fucking poor and that we're worth some shit. So we try to satisfy the solar plexus and the root chakra and the sacral chakra that haven't been healed. They haven't been healed. And so, like, it's imbalanced, essentially, is what I'm saying. It's imbalanced. And how that affects us as a community. You know what I mean? And part of why, let me say this, part of why that stereotype of, oh, white people can wear this and they can wear that, it's because they have financial security. A lot of it's the physical aspect that they have. I'm calling survival to them. Yeah, survival. And they were able to break out of that and be this and that and whatever because they had the security in the physical realm, quote unquote. And obviously that's even because there's a lot of denial on that side as well. There's a lot of denial. There's a lot of denial. You know, a lot of hiding, a lot of guilt, a lot of that we don't know about because I'm not in their culture really like that. But you know, a lot of concealing. You know. I'm not gonna get into it anymore. I'm dead. I'm sorry, but you know, a lot of concealing because of that. And so when you're not allowed to grow past a certain, so think about it like the fact that we're all emotionally stunted, emotionally, physically stunted. And so when you're stunted like that, you, of course you have to find ways to mitigate that. You're finding ways to cover that. Because you don't even know what to do, you know? And so what do we do when we get money? First of all, let's talk about the lack of access to education. You know, the way they lock us out of that. You know, come on, all these locks. And that's why with every generation, and thank God for the freedom. You know, thank God for the freedom fighters. Thank God for the freedom fighters. Because now we're allowed to understand something different. You know, like we're allowed to look at it from a different perspective. We're allowed to do that, you know? We're allowed to do that. And so hopefully I won't make that same mistake. You know what I mean? Hopefully my children will not make that same mistake because I would have given them luckily they won't grow up with the same fears. And that's a lot of it. It's the fears, you know, the root chakra, it's the fear. Root it holds the fear and it holds security from a purely physical standpoint. So when you can't move past this, how are you gonna get here? You can't if you can't, first of all, let me tell you, if you guys don't know where your chakras are, I will tell you, and they're all connected to a glands, endocrine, they're all connected to your endocrine system. So you have your root chakra, your root chakra is right here. It's your spine cord. You have your sacral chakra, it's right here, it's your womb or like your genitals. You have your solar plexus, that's like literally your solar plexus. You have your heart, you have your throat, you have your third eye, and you have your crown. So, and those are all connected to different glands in your body. You vibrate. They have different colors. They vibrate at different frequencies. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever. But the point is that I'm getting at is... So, you know, I'll say this. Like, places like the Shade Room, they feed off that. The Shade Room feeds off that type of shit. You know what I mean? They feed off of our lacks. You know, they feed off of our fears. They feed off of the stunted aspects of us. And you have to understand, like, all the things that we're talking about, the traumas that we felt, those are all representative of, like, the reason I express my anger in that way is because, okay, how about this? The reason, they did do me wrong, thank you very much. But the reason I express my anger in the way that I express it is because I want to say my root chakra is imbalanced, because there was a lack of security when it came to, like, literally lack of security. And you gotta understand this too. When one is fucked up, it's gonna send everything off. It's like if something's off balance, the whole thing's gonna go off balance. So the whole goal is us getting to a place where we can balance the whole thing. You're not supposed to have one really huge one, then one really small one, then one really big one. Like, and it's also this overactive, underactive, overactive, underactive, overactive, underactive, over. You know what I mean? When it's really supposed to be balanced. And so what happens is we're esteeming ourselves. So we're like, yo, look at my, and then, like, really what they're really saying is, I'm insanely insecure. I have low self-worth. I have low self-esteem. I feel like the only way to make me feel better about myself is to wear this, is to get this, is to get that, it's the external. And that's part of the lower chakras as well. They're external, you know, it's the external. And so we now have to take it and go inside. They're internal as well, though. It's not fully external, but they're internal as well. But we now have to address the fears, you know? We now have to address, like, the self-esteem, the value issues, the self-worth issues. We now have to address the way we relate to each other, you know, how we connect to each other. Us feeling comfortable expressing ourselves. You know, we have to, because imagine, we can't even go, so the whole shit, you know what I mean? I'll tell you this, throat chakra's fucked up because it's either you're too aggressive or you're too passive. And then you have, like, these chakras, these energy centers are off balance because, oh, thank you. These energy centers are off balance because right now the world is off balance. And we need to just take accountability. And the one thing that I will say is, though, as much as the same way that I can accept my parents, let me say this, I can acknowledge how my parents, with their shortcomings, hurt me. I still have to heal myself at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Like, I can't go and be that same person, you know? So I still have to acknowledge that. And now I have to move forward as an individual, as becoming a young woman now, how I'm going to navigate the world, and just let it make me into a better person. Yeah, I mean, that angry black woman shit, you know? Oh, well, now I can't speak because I don't want to be perceived as an angry black woman. So I'm going to talk like this, and maybe that'll make you not see me as an angry black woman, and that's going to fuck up my solar plexus because it makes me think that the only thing that I deserve is to talk in this voice to make you feel comfortable about yourself so you don't fucking kill me. Kill me, you know? Kill me. And that's the other thing too. It's like, for black people in America, and just black people period, it's always been a life or death situation. It's always been a life or death situation. You got to understand, like, God bless my parents. God bless my parents. God bless my parents, because I definitely have certain privileges. I definitely do. But for most people, most Black people in America, you know what I mean? Do I got to drive to Brownsville right now? Do I got to go to Flatbush? Do I got to, you know, like, you know, we're still trying to get out of that system. We're still trying to get out of that system. You know? Still trying to get out of that system. Still trying to get out of that system. And so, do I blame us for how we're getting out of it? No. And God bless us, because you know what? There's a lot of wealthy, intelligent, amazing Black people that are coming up right now, and I'm so blessed to see it. I feel blessed to be alive in this time, to see us dominating culture like this. I just pray that all these people, all these beautiful Black people who are gaining abundance and wealth, just make sure to invest it and make sure to make it sustain. Make it sustain. And that's where we have to, like, flip the switch, you know? Okay, let's take the money. Take that motherfucking money and flip it. And us have our own shit, you know what I mean? Like, unless y'all ready to burn some shit down. I'm also down to burn some shit down. But until we do that, like, take those financial literacy classes, you know? Like, figure out how to do your taxes. Figure out, buy that, okay, maybe not buy that house. But it's good to have assets. It's good to have assets, you know? Like, make it. Do it. Buy land. Buy land. Make that shit yours. Go have a monument then. Yeah, y'all better make that. Y'all better take that OnlyFans money and make it pop. Like, also, I have spoken to my dad. Me and my dad had a very emotional conversation today. We had a very emotional conversation. But I did speak to him about everything. And not only that, I just was like, you know, my dad's stubborn at the end of the day. He's a stubborn man. So we had to hash it out. But at the end of the day, he's a loving man. He's a very loving man. So he understands how I feel. He understands where I was coming from. It's just that, you know, when people feel attacked, they, like, cower. Am I a trust fund baby? I mean, my parents gave me a little money, but it wasn't that much. My parents, man, my mom's not Diddy. She's not Beyonce. Like, you have to understand who we're talking about. Lauryn Hill was, like, a fucking revolutionary who gave up all that shit, you know? Like, it'd be one thing if my parent was, like, Hove. You know, like, my mom was a little bit more of I'll reject that. You will not have me on some bullshit, you know? So, she did what she had to do to liberate herself. Because that's another way they trap niggas. Like, for real. They trap you in that entertainment industry, and they have you just, like, you know? Like, and, you know, there's nothing wrong with all that. There's nothing wrong with all that. But I do think that I will say we need a more balanced... Because, Shade Room, if you're really about the people, you will not only repost this, you will post the part about chakras. Do that, Shade Room. Post the part about chakras. If you're for the people, if Black Lives Matter, hashtag BLM, if you're for that, you should post that. It'll educate all your followers. It really will. That'd be good. It'd actually be good and not the bullshit you tried to do. Like, what? They were on some bullshit. No, they gotta be funded by someone, bro. They have to be funded by someone. They have to be funded by someone. Because there's no... Yo, these agents of destruction. Like, agents of destruction. I just hate how... We be falling into that trap. You know what I mean? We be falling into that. But who doesn't like a little gossip? I'm not mad at it. I love a little tea. I'm not mad at it. I love a little. But in the same sense, you know, like, come on, like, help people then. You could have at least posted the fucking go. Like, come on. You could have at least tagged Land of Libertude. At least. Like, please? I gotta beg now. Like, an agent of destruction and an enemy of progress. Fuck the shade room. It's not even, no, but it's not just the shade room though. It's actually all of media. It's all of media. It's definitely not just the shade room. It's media. When do they ever post black people talking about chakras? I would like to see. Wait, what's that meme of no, they're not that bad, that's what I'm saying. But what's that meme of Monique? I would like to see it. I would like to see it. I would like to see it. Like, y'all so what like, it's all of media. It's all of media. And what did they promote? What did they really promote? Destruction. You know what? I'm gonna call these motherfuckers out. That's some real. Now that I'm really thinking about it, that's some real COINTELPRO shit. That's some real COINTELPRO shit. What they just did, man. That was some real COINTELPRO shit. It really was. It really was. Like, y'all took that and took the worst of it to bring down. Nah, it's just orange juice. Y'all took the worst of it to bring down, like, wow. Like, you could have posted the part about external validation. You could have posted the part about just the pain of trauma. You could have posted the part about therapy. You could have but you just wanted to bring down Lauryn Hill, didn't you? And Bob Marley's granddaughter, because Lauryn Hill never, like, I can't. It's always the worst things. I can't. It's not okay. It's really not okay. About how proud I was of my mom. Like, what? Like, how proud I was. I was like, what? My mother has grown so much. I've watched her grow. She's amazing. But anyway, let's put that to the side. I don't know the reason why you're using a red plastic cup. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I bought this cup today because I was tired of doing the dishes. But you know what? You're right. You're right. I'll get a paper cup. I will save this live. Don't know what that solo like. Wait, was that? Someone said something though. I don't always eat that healthy. Wait, someone said something. Oh yeah, why should I always late? I don't know actually. That's something for her to figure out, honestly. I can't really. I think my mother gets anxiety sometimes. I also think that she'd be on black people time. You know what I mean? I'm not her. Like, I don't know. Ask her. She also just... The way she explains it is that... I think maybe it'd be the anxiety, though, potentially. Honestly. It potentially is, like, probably a form of anxiety. So... I don't know, though. Like, I actually don't know. Watch them take that part. Watch them take that one part. That... Oh, Lauryn Hill has anxiety. Like, you know what I mean? But anyway, guys. It's been a pleasure. Yeah, I like to laugh about life. I do like to laugh about life. I like to laugh about it. You know. It's what I have to do. It's what I have to do. It's how I make it through, honestly. But in the same sense, sometimes I still gotta address the other aspect, you know. It's still gotta address the other aspect, which is like, just, you know, yeah, I mean, yeah, she's still a human, like, she's still a person. I should start a podcast. Maybe I will. I have things to say. Lighthearted will actually be starting a literacy program in which, so I'll be participating in that, in which we'll be talking about how, what will we be talking about? Okay, so, Lighthearted, pretty much the literacy programs. So for anyone who's been around for a little bit, we did the discussion forums, and thank you so much. But we did the discussion forums, and that was our way of segueing from the protests into a larger discussion, you know, because we kind of wanted to talk not only about police brutality, but also about mass incarceration, the school to prison complex, the prison industrial complex, food insecurity, food deserts, like redlining and housing, homelessness, like there was, you know, it's not just one thing. And so we used the forums as a means of discussing that. And now we want to take the topics from the forums and turn them into it'll be cute, you know, we're gonna do our thing. Obviously, we still want to keep it lighthearted, do what we can. I don't want to say do what we can. We're still gonna keep it lighthearted, but still try to educate our best as we can. But we're gonna take it slow. So, if you want to, jeez. If you want to, I don't know, I'm sorry, I just zoned out. I just had a little thought. Sorry. My name is Sayla, and you're watching Disney Channel. Yeah. We were trying to do a documentary, but when you have a bunch of 20 to 25-year-old people, you know, we're still young adults trying to do it as best as we can, you know, like we're not history professionals with PhDs and like we're still trying to get our shit together in the first place anyway, just each of us individually as people. So that's why I'm saying we're going to kind of take it slow, because sometimes, a lot of the times, people pick up this huge, heavy load, and that's overwhelming. That can be very overwhelming. So, yeah. All right. You know what? Yeah, I mean, we're still doing that. So I know some of you guys wanted to come on live to talk to me, ask me a couple questions, and normally I don't often do it, but if anyone wanted to, I do miss Philcraft. It was a great place. Wanted to come through. I really wanted to, right? Try not to reinvent the wheel, you know. Yeah, I fuck with Chakra. My boy Fu, 4X Cali, he's in Lighthearted as well. You guys should check him out. I mean, he doesn't have any posts or anything, but he's on Lighthearted, so yeah. But anyway, guys. Ooh, for your mental health platform. I would like that for sure. Faux show. I'm glad you guys found me too. Thank you for anyone here that actually, you know, fucks with me. Isn't just here for drama and tea and stuff like that. This is a really big jump though. Like from 70 people to 300, I'm like, whoa. That's a big jump. I fuck with Rory. I fuck with God's Whisper. The Devil's Whisper. Ooh, the Devil's Whisper. That song. Let me just play it in the background.
LOL, who all gonna be there? That's definitely my mom, I'm not gonna lie. She like, who all gonna be there? Damn, The Devil's Whisper is definitely a great song. Thank you. I'm definitely honest. That's what makes me calm. Because I can't do with the lying shit. I really can't. It, like, eats me alive. Actually, we all lie sometimes. But, like, a lot of times, it eats me alive. So I'm like... Let's see. Every knee shall bow. Damn, I appreciate y'all. Niggas don't... This is so new. This is so new. This is just such a great song. I am, you, I am. Yeah, no one can hold the truth over you. You know, that's why it's best to just accept it and move with that. Because, you know, I actually have buck teeth. But, you know. No, I just love that album, Jesus King. Jesus is Lord. I really love that album. I'm sorry. I love it. It's one of my favorites. Actually, it's like my recent favorite. Every minute, every hour, every second. It gives me... See, I didn't really grow up in the church. Well, you know, I'm still black, so... But it gives me that feeling that I always wanted. Just that. Oof, such a great song. You have it on vinyl? That's fire. Jesus. How you get so much favor on your side? Accept the magic, Lord and Savior, I replied. I be bumping that shit because I fuck with the truth. Oh my god. Bruh. Why is my shit on some bullshit? Okay, never mind to that. Never mind. I did want to play it though. Thank you. For the people who understood where I was coming from and, you know, like resonated and were able to receive healing from it. Thank you. I definitely, that's all it was for, you know? So, that's all it was for. So, that was just that on that. I hope it doesn't last, honestly. I don't know what to do with this shit. Let me get some money. No, I'm kidding. Am I? Honestly, if this actually is here, can I build my generational wealth? Let me build my generational wealth and go away. That's all I want to do. I just want to have my movies, have my films, you know what I mean? And, like, go from there. Nothing too crazy. I'm actually about to go. I'm actually doing shit today. Yeah. You know, let me actually reiterate. I don't think it was that my dad was choosing. I think it was more so that he and my mom couldn't really get along. And he just was, you know, he didn't know how to maneuver that. I'll say that. He just didn't know how to maneuver that relationship. I don't think they knew how to maneuver that relationship. You better run from I love this song. You better run from the devil. Yo, that devil on your ear is a real thing, yo. It was a real thing. Like, oh my god. Yo, and that's what I'm saying about, like, I don't know if y'all watched my live yesterday. No, not my live. Watched my story. Interesting. Okay, cool. You're gonna cover the Liberty Forum. That's fire. But what was I gonna say? Yeah. Fuck you. Go away. I like the song. But yo, differentiating between the two. That's why I got these. Bard Exilla. I know. I just saw him come up. Look at you, you little devil. That's why I gotta run from you. Sometimes when you guys start talking shit, I like to go on your page and see if you're a real person or if you're just a troll that wants to, like, look at you, Bard. 0 posts, 0 followers, 0 nothing. You just wanted to come in here and just talk. Look at him. Look at this little devil. It always be the ones. It's always the ones. It's always the ones. Huh. But it's always the 000s one. I rebuke you. Write a book. I don't know. I'll figure it out though. And always those who got the most to say. They don't got no Instagram identity. They don't got nothing. They just made an account. Just, yo, show your face, bro. I hate when y'all don't show your face. Damn, you mad. Anyway. Seeking you for a song for your music soundtrack. That's fire. Spam Sparks. Teeth on a bottle. You're irrelevant. Do I have a good... I'm not gonna talk about my family. But I don't have a P.O. box. I gotta open one. See, you could probably win in a shit talking competition. Yo, it takes so much energy. Like, that's really what you do with your day, your time. I don't understand it. Anyway, guys, now I'm kind of just on here, you know. So, I'm gonna head out. Before I go, if you have anything, like, really important that you want to say. I can't even let them get to me like that. I mean, I never let... That's the thing, too. Haters like this type of shit can never get to me. The real shit in my life, like, you know, the real, like my parents and my relationships and my this and my that, that's where I'm like, oh. But like this, I'm like... You can DM me, but you know what? A lot of people DM me yesterday, so I can't promise that I'm going to see it. That's the only thing. Like, right now, my DMs popped off, like, really crazy. So, how am I navigating disassociating my individual self from my family? I just had to accept that my individual self is my family. You know, or like I just had to accept that I'm rebellious, I guess I was very rebellious to some degree. I was very rebellious. So I think that was a big thing. Like, I was just like, I always did the, you know, like I just always had a mouth on me. I was very opinionated. And I think I got to a point when I just like started saying what I thought, you know, like literally started just saying what I thought. I think when I was younger, I used to lie more, you know, I used to like do shit like that. And I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. And so I remember just a day where I was like, you know what, I'm just do the opposite. Definitely rebellious to some degree. Alright, Bard, I'm gonna block you. How do I do this? Yeah, I definitely have a warrior spirit. Definitely. I know, I just have to block him. I think that's a part of my healing too. And for anyone who's been here for a minute, I definitely will probably give it way more attention and energy and just feed off that negativity. And I think the more that I heal my relationships with my parents, heal my relationship. Yeah, I actually just, he's not here anymore. The more I like heal these gaps, these voids, I'm able to give it less energy, because it's not resonating with anything in me. It resonates less. I think before it was like this backwards, oh wow, you really are obsessed with me. Wow. Ugh. I mean, now that's just a loss on your part. You're obsessed with me. Whatever. Anyway, so Libertude. If you want to know more about Libertude, I guess you can talk to me. Also, just go on the page. You can DM the page. DM the page if you have any specific questions, and we'll just answer through that. And also so dedicated. Like, whoa. I mean, now I'm just going to take this as a marriage proposal. But no, if you want to know more about that, you should probably DM the page. And we can respond through there. Because right here, I feel like I'm not going to see it as much with everything going on. And yeah. Alright, guys. It was, I don't know. It's irrelevant. It was nice to talk to you guys. I definitely have to clarify some things, you know what I mean? Clearly they love me. Clearly you're obsessed with me. I had to clarify some things. I wanted to talk about some things. This is Rory right now. Hey, I just got this yesterday. Yeah. I definitely am healing every day, It's not done. It's not done. So, I'll be back. Yeah, he's irrelevant. Alright, guys. I love you. I'm praying for your healing just as much as you are praying for mine. And maybe even more. Is there a spider on me? No, I think it's just the hole in the concrete wall. I know, he just pissed me off. Just gotta fight the good fight. But, sending blessings and love your way. Have a good day. Have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you again.